Yeah. Baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. Wanna know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. When it's over, I press rewind, though. Talking bands.
Alright, so hello everyone and welcome back to Resin. My brain's fried. I'm gonna drink some hot chocolate. Welcome to Fall Milestone 2! I'm not playing Resident Evil anymore! Woo! Welcome to school me! I don't know what the fuck's going on. I saw you throw the coin, so I was able to react. I wouldn't be able to predict sneak attacks. There have been cases where my body would stop moving if I forced myself too hard. Besides, if I ended up having a fight with my fellow sisters, I'm pretty sure I'd lose. I see. Yeah, I'm drinking hot chocolate, fuck you. I'd forgotten that there were others like Karun. Being a prototype, the productive models, much models after he should have been much better mechanical abilities. And Kaida is alright with things like those just roaming the streets. Also, this is just speculation, but I'd be in big trouble if someone used Mana Crave against me. I run on mana, so the flow of mana inside of me was to be disrupted. Who knows what could happen? Is that so? Rune, I'm going to tell you right now, this is no ordinary journey. It sure isn't. Well, no left parting words, but regardless, Selphie and I must return to the roads inside. For its sake. For the sake of the people who look forward to seeing their Princess Selphie crowned queen after completing the path down. Okay, suicide mission, let's do this! Although we left Kaida on the premise of travel, this must be too much of a burden for you. If at any point in our travels you want to go your own way, Ritonia? It's only thanks to you and Selly that I was able to be free like this. Dangerous or not, if this journey can serve as some way to repay you both, then so be it. Rune? That's right. Alright, then let me ask you once more. Can we count on you, both as a fighter and as a friend dear to us? I'm still completely clueless on how to fight, so I'm ended up being useless when it comes down to it. But with you guiding me, Ritonia, I think I can be of some help. I'll give you my very best, this much I can promise. Rune replied with such enthusiasm, so much that I'd almost forgotten she was a machine. This reaffirmed that she truly was an irreplaceable friend. At the very least, leave anyone who tries anything funny with you to me. I'll knock them to kingdom come. I'll give them a good old Rune punch. I'm holding you to that. Not to sound like a broken record, but it'll be a pleasure traveling with you, Rune. Likewise. Oh! Oh, what's the matter? I just realized I still haven't thought of a nickname for you, Rotona. What? Not fair that only Sally gets a nickname. Please, Rotona, I'd be friendlier with you calling me by a nickname. Just what kind of logic is that? I really don't mind, but it's going to be hard shortening my name any further. Good point. What can we do with Rotona? Rito, Ritty, Rin, Ritoni. You can stop now. I got it. How about Ritz? Yes, I do believe I've outdone myself. Ritz! It's a cute nickname. Ritzy! Let's just stick to Rotona. Aww. I like Ritzy. I'm calling her Ritzy from now on. Whoa, what's this all about? Flora? Don't tell me you're planning to come with us. And what if I am? Look, if you come along, do you think Laura and the headmaster are going to take it lying down? You've got your own job to do, too. What about that? So someone who abandons his work even when the Grand Kitchen is already so short on staff. That's not a problem. I've already told Chief Millie before I left. I have permission. So do I. What? I've already dealt with it. Wait a second, what do you mean by that, Flora? Don't tell me you... Flora? Is it alright for a relative of the royal family to leave the country at a time like this? Aren't you worried about yourself? Worried? My being here, that I've already notified Laura and the others about your background, right? We all live our lives doing the things we think are right. It'd be right for me to resent you just because the actions you've taken. That aside, Flora, now that you know the truth about my family, do you view me any differently from before? Of course not. Is what I'd like to say. I desperately want that, too, from the bottom of my heart. But now I don't even know what to think anymore. Damn it, Flora! That's enough, Misha. And it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. Flora, I'm very grateful for the days I spent in the kingdom of Rogenside. There hasn't been a single day I've lived here that I haven't appreciated, because I've never experienced peace like I have here in Rogenside. If my peaceful life was brought to an abrupt halt, I wouldn't have any regrets. Or so I thought until just the other day. Now I have second thoughts. I realize that there's something I could do for Rogenside. My uncle, a member of the Order of Rogens. Maybe they could find the whereabouts of Princess Selphine and Retonia. Flora, please give me the chance to get back to this country. This might be the only thing I can give back to the kingdom that has given me so much. You haven't changed at all, still so foolishly earnest. Look, haven't I already told you? I said I was going to go with you. Besides, how did you expect to get through the checkpoint leading out of the Alliance? Checkpoints? All my paper and documentation, though. Every single checkpoint in the Alliance is on complete lockdown right now. You have to be pretty high-ranking official if you want to get through. Are you serious? Isn't that obvious? Think about the situation we're in right now. The Kingdom of Rogenside was attacked. Do you have any idea how preposterous this idea would have been before the attack? Get off my back, Flora. Of course I do. No, you don't. Listen, Misha. There are throngs of the Shadow Soldiers just roaming the kingdom's borders. The only thing the two of you will accomplish is getting yourselves killed. Or just how much do you plan on talking down to me? We may be nowhere near as capable of fighting as battle cravers like you, but those are just the remnants of an assault force. They won't be moving around in groups. We're not going to get taken down by one or two stray soldiers. Too naive, Misha. Those things you broke through both on the front and rear lines with the force of just over 100 or so. Sorry to say this, but you and Riggs won't stand a chance against even one of those. You and the rest of the kitchen crew probably wouldn't know since you're all evacuated to the shelter. But Misha, it took two Thrycraves just to take down a single one of those Shadow Soldiers. What? 2 Thrycraves? You've got to be kidding me. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. According to the surveillance manner, Retonia took out 4 of those things while fighting the snotty blonde-nosed pigtailed kid. She only took a split second. How could 2 Thrycraves struggle to take down a single soldier? Don't drawn out play. Real battles are decided in an instant. And Misha, have you forgotten that Retonia is avoiding the guardian of Princess Selphine, the heiress to the throne? They've been friends since childhood. There's been speculation of favoritism in that decision. But if she made a single mistake, that spell would have ended this kingdom's path down. Regardless how much Selphine liked hers, if Retonia don't have the skill to back it up, there's no way she would have been appointed the royal guardian. There's no comparison between Retonia and any normal Monocraver. You can count on a single hand the number of battle cravers in the Alliance who can go toe-to-toe with her in close combat. I never knew she was that amazing. During the attack, I also fended off a Shadow Soldier. If Tosca and Kuro weren't with me, I wouldn't be standing here today. Why did you decide to come along with us? What's your objective, Flora? If your elder sister was chosen to be the recipient of the path down, then you have a duty to stay in Rogenside as the next candidate. If my sister isn't good enough, then I doubt I would be either. Don't give me that look, both of you. Your thoughts are written all over your faces. Sorry. Sure, you already know this, but with King Valhalla absent right now, if Princess Selphine truly has passed away, then that would close the curtains on Orglin's history forever. Pouring the path down on one of the branch families is nothing but a facade. If we're dealing with 2 or 3 generations, maybe it could have worked, but we have 9. My bloodline, the Sarenhide, has gone through a path down before. The strain would be too much for us. Besides, you know the citizens would approve of transferring the path down to someone else, when we aren't even sure if the princess is alive or not. Branch families like us are only royalty in name. That's why I'm joining you. This is a gamble. Gamble? That's right. I've been assigned as observer to both of you. So you really did spill the beans to the teachers. I'm surprised they're even letting you leave the country like this. There was a condition. Listening to you, they absolutely will not allow failure. We in the Alliance value the individuality of their rights. All the Union cares is about their religion. If they have to, they will use any means, no matter how inhumane, to extract information about the Alliance from us. That's why I was given an order. If we ever fall into the hands of the enemy, I am too. That's enough, Flora. No need to spell it out, we get it. Hey, now don't look so glum. It's part of the job, right? Nothing we can't do about it. This is perfect, though. The fact that they're not stopping us means they think we've got a shot at this. Misha, you heard her, Riggs. If we screw up negotiations, there'll be a pretty lethal penalty waiting for us. I'd rather you stay involved in this, Misha. But I suppose we're in this too far to back down now. Either way, our lives are on the line here. No problem, we just need to not screw up. Ain't that right, Flora? How can you be so carefree about all this, Misha? Don't you get it? Failure means death. This isn't a joke or a threat. They're serious. Of course I get it. Then why? Well, what do you want me to do? Run around screaming my head off? That wouldn't solve anything. That's true. To be honest, I'm more surprised that those teachers would go this far. But that just means they're taking this just that much more seriously. It's do or die, no way we can turn tail now. Tony and Princess Selphie might be alive, you know. And no way in hell I'm gonna ignore that possibility, no matter what they tell me. So Flora, if something happens ever to us two, let the teachers know. Let them know that we don't resent those 2 girls or the kingdom. And that goes for you too, Flora. Agreed. We are the ones being unreasonable here after all. Okay, now that we've got that all settled, let's get going. Time to bid farewell to Rugenside, huh? For the long journey ahead of us, I look forward to traveling with you both. Same here. It's been a while since all 3 of us have done anything like this. Come on, Flora, we're off. Yeah. Don't worry, Misha. If anything were to happen to either of you two, I'd kill someone. Selphine. She's awake already. How are you feeling, Selphine? I'm fine now. Sighs deeply and relaxes her shoulders. It looks like I did it again, huh? Certainly an overstatement. I wouldn't say it happens this regularly. Really? You know, I remember it so clearly, like it was just yesterday. Do you know the last time it happened? Yes, it feels more like more experienced Emperor Syndrome. The more clearly I remember each occurrence. It is said that the phenomenon is necessary for one's self-protection. Maybe you remembered it more clearly because when it surfaced, your life was at risk. I really don't like it when it happens, especially when Freen beacons memories and personality. I know that Rugenside wouldn't have been a powerful kingdom it is today if it wasn't for her, but when I think about it, she'll eventually become part of me. It's a complicated feeling. Ringa doesn't feel anything whenever she, kills someone. It's like her sense of right and wrong is based on her own concept of justice. She would manipulate anyone for the sake of the country, whether they were close subordinates, friends, even family. Tonya, do you remember the story about Cyrus? He served King Rengan's son as the leader of the Knights over 20 years, right? That's right. If I remember correctly, the Union had him defect to their side. He turned traitor to Rogan's side and plotted to kill the Queen Regan. His plan failed, though. Yes. Did you know he and Monalisarh were so close that the rumors were of them having a relationship? I do. It's quite a well-known story. And the ending was just as famous. Cyrus made an attempt on Queen Regan's life. It was her royal guardian who protected her. Her guardian disarmed him and knocked him to the ground, and then she asked what should be done to Cyrus. Queen Regan picked up Cyrus' knight and ran it through his neck without hesitation. Exactly. Don Rogan's side was still in its infancy. One little mistake in the other countries would have swallowed it whole. Truly a time of instability. Sophie and I find it difficult to imagine having lived a relatively peace until just very recently. What made you bring up that story, if you don't mind me asking? Curious execution. People praise Queen Regan's swift action against them as a sign of strength. Without her, Rogan's High wouldn't be where it is today. I can understand that. Certainly was, well, quite a proactive leader. The truth is, Queen Regan looked at the spray of blood gushing from Kira's throat. All she wanted to do was go back to her room and change out of her dress. What? Her dress was soaked in Kira's blood. So she refrained from joining the others in a meal and thought how troublesome being late it was when she came back to her room. That's all she thought after killing someone who had closely served under her for so long, with her own 2 hands, no less. I never knew. King Rengan didn't once feel sad or angry that she was portrayed like anyone else would. Instead, it was like she felt relieved at that very moment. My heart was unnaturally at peace. I think she became like that because despair was constantly following her every step of the way. Now that I think about it, I also feel that from Melino. That's why it upsets me. Didn't Rudo say something like that? That someone could just put off and take off their emotion is inhuman? He did. I had argued against him about that, but the truth is, I agree with him. It's exactly as he said. It's absolutely right. King Regan's ability to completely detach herself emotionally is just inhuman. I never, ever want to become someone like that. Perhaps that's the kind of cold-heartedness which is the norm back then, even if it is beyond us. That cold-heartedness is going to be a part of me. She's only the mark. But look at her successors, like Queen Regan's son, King Virga, who found the alliance, and the present King Vala, who's far from what we call cold-hearted. Of course I know that, but it's different. How? I know that both Fargo and Vegan were kind and compassionate, just thinking of inheriting Queen Regan terrifies me. One day I may end up having to make use of Regan's drink. And I don't want that. I don't want to turn into someone who thinks like her. Even if I control and suppress it, I want nothing to do with it. Oh, Tony, where's Rune? Probably outside helping the ship's crew. Could you bring her in? I want to talk to Rune about this, too. Understood. I'll be right back. Oh, Rotona! There you are, Rune. How is Sally doing? She's fine. In fact, she just came too. Thank goodness. All hands on deck. Excuse us, passing through. What's all the commotion? Seems like we've arrived at the swap point. Realize the ship has stopped. I noticed the presence of a small board anchored beside us. Looks like they're switching the crew from the inner pool. Which means... Man. Yes. This feels right. Refills me. The past 4 days spent in the outer pole feel like ages ago now. You can already sense the mana? Yes. It's an indescribable feeling, but it's like a warm embrace. Maybe it's because we've been to the outer pool for so long. But the first time in my life I've truly felt the presence of mana. The sensation is like slowly immersing oneself in water of the exact same temperature. As it permeates throughout your body, it becomes one with me, and I have become linked with the environment. Since the mana is simulating me, the way mana exerts pressure on the skin, this unmistakable aqua mana. This ratio of mana is quite skewed, though. We're near the second pool, after all. Second pool is aqua, I believe? So it seems. I've only ever heard about it. Aqua, huh? Well, the octopus is the one I'm worst at handling. Is that so? I didn't know people had weak and strong areas for mana. Heck, I thought you were the master of everything. Is that sarcasm I hear? Of course I have weak points, too. Right, ladies, this is as far as the crew and I go. One in black's looking a whole lot better now. Oh, thanks to you. Getting closer to mana practically brought me back to life. You really are from the inner pole, huh? Well, I guess that explains it. That's right. Even though I've gotten sensitive because of the event exposure for the last few days, the Prince of Mana can still be sensed on one bare skin. Captain, are you alright? What about the mana shock? Of course I ain't alright. And I'll have to move Swamp Blood back, too. This is clearly unreasonable. People in the Interpol have to go up until the very edge where mana starts to become abundant. People in the Interpol just sail straight to your port instead. Ports being closed as they are, people within the Interpol have fewer problems than you would. Because they don't wanna. They can't stand being someplace without mana. It's absurd. Besides, from their point of view, they're being nice enough to give us some work. Counter Chief Rudo drew up the nets, them pretty good deal, but they just wouldn't be reasonable with that. They said that we'd do this much if we really wanted to work with them, and I swear some damn people from the Interpol are always so condescending. I see. That really hurts. It's only been a short while, but good luck. Take care of yourself. Especially you, Superwoman. Yes, thank you for taking us this far. Superwoman? The change of crew took no more than 10 minutes. Seeing it's just routine for the experienced sailors. But if that's only natural, Saga in the worst case lives may be at risk. Alright, Mr. Huns. Did say the outer pole boundaries were shrinking. You did, yes. I wonder what's causing it. It'll take quite some time, but if the boundaries are pushed back all the way to the cities, I'd rather not imagine. In any case, we're really in the outer pole, huh? Do we really have a revelation? I never once in my life thought I'd end up going there. There isn't anything like that near Roganside. Never imagined a place like that in the outer pole. Tonya, is everything alright? Oops. I completely forgot. I was supposed to bring Rune to Selphine. I guess I took far too long. Sally, you alright now? I feel fine. All I needed was some rest. What's wrong, Sally? Rune, I'm sorry. Sorry for all those horrible things from when you suffered Emperor Syndrome. So you know about it. Yes, Ratonia told me about it. That wasn't my first time. I've ended up experiencing it again. But I really didn't mean to. No, I can't say that I didn't mean to. What do you mean? Even though I was overcome like that, I still had a clear sense of who I was. I did it back then because in my mind that was what I thought was best. So I can't say I didn't mean any of it. Sally? Relax, it's alright. Don't beat yourself up over it. Huh? I just want to know more about the people who gave me a second chance at life. Antonia treated me like an equal when I wasn't even human. There's no way either of you could do anything but good people. Rune? Acting as usual doesn't change anything about your soul, your memory mana. That's what I believe. Thank you. Thank you, Rune, from the bottom of my heart. Don't make that face, Sally. Smile! Smile! We're just gonna save. Oh, that happened. So, I'm getting out of here, guys. Bye! My cat loves spaghetti. Watch. There's your spaghetti. Oh, oh. Yeah. She loves spaghetti. Oh, she's playing with the skitty. Just playing with